is NBC Palm Springs.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Daytona Everett. We begin with breaking news out of Los Angeles, where thousands of demonstrators have taken to the streets and are being met by police.
Just within the past 5 minutes or so, that crowd heading to El Paseo has almost doubled.
Yeah, you guys, I have two letters here right now. This one is from the Palm Springs Police Officers Association. This one from Council Member Christy Holstead with Palm Springs, leading deputies on a high-speed chase, which leads us to right here. You can still see on the sidewalk skid marks from the car jumping the curb. You can even see what looks like a piece of the car. But if you move on over to California, we're at 53,616, a stark difference. If I just wipe my hand across this car, inches and inches of snow just falling off. Rain's not really coming down anymore, but the waters are still raging. People are starting to roll in for a watch party, and I'll tell you, there's a lot to watch. We're watching right now. Learning how to pole dance, how was that? It was difficult. Still, so many people unable to go home tonight. I want to show you the mobile home park. Following the flood, the dirt stacked higher and higher. You can see on either side of me just how high it got. The first case of coronavirus has officially hit the Coachella Valley. News broke last night that the patient is in quarantine and being treated at Eisenhower Medical Center in Rancho Mirage.
Daytona.
Gino, for many, this virus just doesn't feel real until it affects someone you know. These are photos of real people who had the virus and are recovering from it right now. These are stories of hope. Hope that COVID-19 isn't game over. We can get through this, but we shouldn't take it lightly. 3 survivors, separate stories, same virus.
My name is Tanya Moss, 40 years old.
My name is Marcella Marino. I am 52.
And Craig Kawashima.
I am 31.
Each of their experiences with COVID-19 looked a little different.
You know, when I got that call on Thursday that my test was positive, I thought I had been given a death sentence.
Tanya took to YouTube to document her experience, explaining each symptom.
I can't believe the responses that I've gotten so far from coming out with my story. Thank you so much. It was to just bring awareness and to provide hope and not fear.
Marcella journaled
so that I would have an accurate record of how my days went and that I could remember.
And some days went better than others.
Day 10, I didn't know if I was going to get through it. It wasn't the breathing issue. It was just full-on attack of my body. I mean, that's what I felt like.
Craig was the only one hospitalized. He spent over a week at Eisenhower Medical Center.
Imagine an elephant sitting on your chest and you're trying to breathe through a straw while having a fever.
He's back in the Bay Area where he's from, but still quarantining at an Airbnb away from his family. Tanya is also away from her family, but still in the same home.
I haven't hugged my kids or kissed my kids in 17 days, and I can't wait to hug them and kiss them and hold them again. One of the things that's getting me through is knowing they're on the other side of this wall.
As each of these survivors fully recover, they have a message for others.
My message of hope is, you know, do what you can to stay safe, protect yourselves. And if you do have it, you know, there are treatments out there that are effective.
It's not a death sentence. Many people are going to get through this.
We can survive this. We will be stronger after this is all over. And yeah, I pray for all those that are going through it.
While all of their stories were different, each one of them expressed how real this virus is. Marcella even plans on donating her plasma for research.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm good on the camera.
It's pretty obvious that 8-year-old Asher was made for the spotlight.
Since he could talk, he always wanted to be in front of the camera.
Yep.
From a distance, Asher looks like a totally normal kid. But up close, the scars show his story.
I never knew there was one on my back.
27 surgeries later, spina bifida hasn't kept this kid down. This little guy has big dreams.
To be a Paralympian.
It's been something he's been doing for the last 3 years.
Alongside mentors like Paralympian Candace Cable, Asher hopes to compete in the Paralympics for wheelchair racing.
And so I guess if you Google Paralympics little boy, little girl, a video of him comes up.
It didn't take long before NBC show Little Big Shots found Asher and invited him on the show.
And I was so excited.
His episode hasn't aired yet, but lots of laughs and a few tears are to be expected.
They dug a little deeper, just to let you really understand what he's been through in his life. He makes it look like everything comes easy to him, and they really highlighted the fact that it doesn't come easy to him. He does have to work for his accomplishments.
And his accomplishments are far from over.
Everybody that has like spina bifida, that's just good. I'm a little big shot. Like that.
He gave me a big hug, huge kiss, and I love you right before he walked out. And that was the last time I seen him.
Jason Perez Gonzalez convinced his mom, Jeanette, to let him borrow her Jeep for the night.
I come to find out the next day, it was actually right before noon, that somebody killed him at the Jeep run.
Jason took this Snapchat video earlier in the night at the Tierra del Sol Jeep run in Imperial County. Fast forward to later. A group of people gathered around Jason as he was bleeding out, an officer standing over him with a flashlight.
According to the people that were there, they told us that I guess he waited till the ambulance got there, and then the ambulance performed CPR, but it was too late. So the ambulance didn't even take him to the hospital or anything. They left him there.
Jeanette says Jason's friends told her that he was gone, not authorities.
They wouldn't even confirm to me that it was my son for a whole week.
NBC Palm Springs reached out to the Imperial County Sheriff's Department about the details of this case, but received no response. Jeanette did eventually see her son one last time.
The funeral coordinator did tell me there were 6 stab wounds on his body. He had beatings too. He had bruises on his head and his face.
But a year later, still, she has no idea how it all happened, as the family remembers Jason through a candlelight vigil, and every time they take a ride in the Jeep,
Yes, every time I drive it, I think of him.
they beg that anyone who can fill in the gaps of that night come forward in order to have justice for Jason.